Look at me.
Get in there. Go get them capped. They're gonna win.
It can be whatever. Let's go. Battlefield. Let's go. Fly for whatever. It's somebody else got 3 players. What's that my told me when I shoot, nigga? 5 man blue, nigga, 500, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen. Back with another video. Yes. No live stream today. No live stream today. Why? Listen, I think you're back. I am back working, man. But man, let me tell you something. One thing for sure, 2 things for certain. I know I did a lot of bad in my life. But Father, why have thou forsaken me? Bloody. These allergies? I wouldn't wish these on your ugliest bitch. You know what I mean? I wouldn't wish these on the ugliest bitch in the world with no titties. But anyway, on to today's video. Like I said, we back. Well, like I said, I'll be twitching in live streaming tomorrow. Like I said, I won't today, but allergies had me down bad. Anyway, shout out to like to the new guys that are here. To the old goats, to the FNs from the chat, man. Very, very important. Like I said before, if you want to see more solo vids than me, man, give me your feedback, man. If you want something that you want me to cover, inbox me. You know, you follow me on Twitter. You know what I mean? I don't know, but I'm getting back to doing at least 3 to 4 videos a week, and you know, at least 3 to 4 shows, and we back working. You know what I mean? We back working. Can't afford not to. Did that, or we'll be selling dope and loose squares. But anyway, let me turn this down in the back just a pinch. Let me see. So anyway, Microsoft, believe it or not, like I said, I covered this a little bit yesterday on yesterday's show. They broke records for the month of March. Was previously they was set by the Xbox 360. They sold what it was close to 400,000, whatever, close to 300,000 units in the month of March. That's the most console that any console ever sold for the month of March. A little milestone, but they said the Xbox Series X and S surpassed that. They said I'm 500,000, a little more than that for the month of March. But it goes one step further than the MPDs, what they did here in North America, because globally, the Xbox Series X and the Series S have been the market leader globally for 2 quarters in a row, and that's something to take your hat off and commend for. Great job. But here's the thing, though: why all the success that they have it now? Still don't have any games. They don't. We got to be honest here, right? You know, I mean, I joke and I play, but outside of that, it's always about the games. You know what I mean? And we're gonna be honest. Let me grab the God mic. Let me grab the back mic here. Which was the laughing stock of the gaming community, the industry, Gamepass, rated 60, and you know we all seen the fodder. You see the Honey I Shrunk the Fuck niggas, the bleeding asses, the crackhead 3. You see a piss. You know what I mean? You know the jokes that we had. It went from being, which was I guess you want to say the Achilles heel. You know, became the best thing about the platform. You know, I give credit where credit's due. Became the best thing about the platform, which was Game Pass, you know what I mean? But those of you guys like baseball, MLB, 22's in there, which is a Sony game, and Sony makes their consumers pay for it. Like I said, I think it's like a little slap in the face, but neither here nor there. Now, like I said, still, Sony just came out there and announced their new premium service, Spartacus for PlayStation Plus. And we're going to talk a little bit, because it's not all what the video's about, but I'm you know, like I say, still sharp and still, you know what I mean? I know they didn't do day and date, but look, I've been looking into this like a little tricky here, you know, with the demos, and like I think is, in my opinion, now some of you guys may differ, you know what I mean? Now listen, both of these services are just an option, but there's no denying the best thing about owning the Xbox right now. And also to the backwards compatible, we're going to talk about that too, which they're charging for. But let me show you guys something, you know what I mean? It came the shining point of the console. Now, imagine, like I said, when the games start coming or start dropping. You know what I mean? Hold on, let me put this on my screen real quick. Let me see something right quick. Get this off my screen. Very important here. Now, this is big. Nadella, if you know who Nadella is, he's the HNIC over there at Microsoft. He said on Xbox, we have taken this share quarterly for 2 quarters in a row, and we are the quarterly market leader in the Western Europe, UK, US, and Canada. I'm gonna say that again. Not just here in North America, also over there in Europe. Now we know the Xbox is standing a snowball chance now over there in Asia. You know what I mean? They don't. But for Europe, you know what I mean? Which UK, US, and Canada, they're the leader for 2 quarters for 2 months. Congrats to you. Kudos. Now listen, the UR House, like I said, you have a supply issue on both ends. You know what I mean? I raised this question to you guys back in when the consoles first came out. I said I don't understand how Microsoft's allowing Sony to out-manufacture them, because whatever, let's be realistic, whatever both Sony or Microsoft put out, especially the X or the P, they're going instantly. You know what I mean? You do see a couple of S's sitting around in the shelves. I think they kind of misread the market at the launch. They had, too many, like I said, not too many, but they had far more S's than they had X's, but everybody wanted, quote unquote, the X. Now listen, hear me clearly, right? We're not going to really have a clear indication of who's really, really winning. That's too early, you know what I mean? Until you get that first big price drop, into when customers can just walk into the stores and, hey, boom, right now you're going to have the hardcore guys out there. Now, what helped Microsoft out, like I said, I guess, is that they stopped manufacturing and started producing the older hardware, you know what I mean? Where Sony just doubled down on it. What was last year? So they released a million more PS4s, you know what I mean? So basically, just when are we going to start all this cross-gen development, you know what I mean? Will Spider-Man be cross-gen? You know what I mean? We already know that God of War is going to be cross-gen, but hear me out, though, right? Still sharpen steel, you know what I mean? And what else is this? Like, it's healthy for gaming, you know what I mean? It's like I said, believe it or not, it's kind of odd. The Xbox hasn't really won, they got their ass kicked last generation. And it seems funny to even see that they're actually winning now, you know what I mean? It seems like the roles have reversed. Check it out, right? When the last generation had to start, Microsoft had all the games, whether you liked them or not, the Titanfalls, the Sunset Overdrives, the Rise, and just that and the other, you know what I mean? The Halo Master. But they had a few games, you know what I mean? Where Sony said, hey, their first party offers was sparse. But you had Sony selling more consoles, right? Now, this generation was Microsoft, let's be realistic here, right? They haven't really had any games. They took, outside of Gears and Forza and Halo, the last AAA game they released on their platform was, was Quantum Break. Think about it. Outside of Gears, Forza, and Halo, the last AAA game that exclusive-wise that Microsoft released, outside of those were Quantum Break. You know what I mean? Now, of course, you had Sea of Thieves, but you know what I mean? Which I understand is that it has a big install base on PC, but I wouldn't put Sea of Thieves in the same boat as a Forza, a Halo, or or Gears. You know what I mean? It's just my opinion. In the same boat as like a God of War or a Spider-Man. But hey, what do I know though, right? But I want to read this again. It's in the dollar set. And that's crazy. The fact that you said you got the Xbox boss and nigga said, right now there's more money in gaming than anything. It's the leading form of media entertainment. Far surpassed movies, far surpassed music. It didn't used to be the thing, but like I said, but Phil, did the interviews over the years. Microsoft, they're more committed than ever in gaming. That's why I told you guys, stop all that Phil had to convince Nadella to stay in game. Bro, nothing makes more money than gaming right now. Nah. And one thing Microsoft does good at, you know what I mean? They're great at business in making a dollar. You know what I mean? And sometimes it hurts them. They too business. Like sometimes Sony will throw shit at the wall to see what sticks, and it pans out for us, the consumers. But I must switch here, right? Now, we talked about this service and Gamepass and Sony's rolling out their new thing there, with PlayStation Plus. But here, check this out, right? I'm going to scroll up a little bit, right? Now, this is Dustin. Shout out to him, though. So I wish Microsoft charged me $10 more to play Xbox Series X. Put 2-hour demos exclusively behind a paywall. Them adding demos. You know what I mean? And hold on. He said, and made 360 library streaming only. Yeah, they're not native. It's like they don't allow you to play, like I said, PlayStation 3 titles, but it's streaming. It's not native. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna talk about their money. Doesn't matter. But right here, let's talk about this. It's the biggest non-holiday quarter ever for Xbox revenue. Xbox Series X, especially new gen console in U.S., UK, Canada, and Western Europe last quarter. One note, check this out now. Now, here's the flip side of here. Now, I know that Sony was having, I guess, supply strengths, but both of them, when Sony had more stock, they sold more, but it's going to go back and forth. But it says Microsoft is forecasting a tough situation for hardware the next quarter due to lockdowns in China. Impacting manufacturing. I hate to bring bad news, but it doesn't sound like the Xbox Series X or the PlayStation 5 shortage will have a notable overall improvement for the next 3 months. So they're still predicting, and this has been my man Benji Cell predicting shortages. But the reason why I even brought you here to talk about this, like I said, you know what I mean? I know Sony still has God of War to come, and outside of God of War, you're gonna have the next Spider-Man, of course, Wolverine, you know. But again, with this Game Pass, like I said, you know, because Xbox doesn't have any games right now, exclusive-wise, you know. Let's be honest, you know, outside of Gears, for Halo, and we all know it seemed like Halo done went the way to Dodo Bird, you know what I mean? Halo done went the way to the Dodo Bird. Well, no, I'm not, that's a little harsh there, but, you know, it's not what it once was, you know. It's not. So, with that being said, but this service, like I said, Game Pass and PlayStation Plus, I think, in my opinion, I've been on the record saying I think Game Pass is a hell of a service, you know what I mean? And I also think I said, I'm still going to stand on this. Sony will do play day and date with PlayStation Plus. Why? Hey, they don't have no choice but to, because competition, right? And they make more, like I said, the reason why they're not doing it now is because of the servers and where they're set up. They can't only handle more than 3 to 5 million concurrent users. Now, I done showed you guys proof of that. It says it in the documents, and that's what they was doing the deal with. I don't know what is Microsoft with Azure to help with the backload, you know, of the traffic, whoever they're going to deal with. But look here, right? I said Halo. Look, funny like.
Damn, I feel like a dog died. Look like Freddy Krueger.
Stop it!
He stank.
Oh, stop it!
He smell after a while.
Yeah.
I wonder why I take him to the sauna and pick him up.
Who that? That's the Almighty? Yes, me. But anyway, comparing PlayStation Plus, and they do have different tiers to. Now, even I had a guy hit me the other day, and he was talking about the pricing down in Australia. I forgot my man's name. And he's a big PlayStation guy. He's skipping the service. I think this is a huge mistake. You know what I mean? Maybe Sony being cocky, because even with the demo, I think demos. You know, again, I know they kind of went away from it last generation, but that was something we did on the 360 and the PS3. But you got demos. Now they call them betas, for a game, But Sony is forcing developers, they said to include a 2-hour demo with when any game over there costs over $35, you know what I mean? And it would give the user on the top tier access to it. Still a demo, especially when your competitors giving you day and date, let you download the game and play the games natively, you know what I mean? Still with the streaming. Now, if again, with Sony gets their service, everything in order, and with their service and with their exclusives, by far, you know what I mean? Right now, there's no denying Sony with The Last of Us, Ghost of Tsushima's, the Spider-Man, Wolverine, when that comes out, you know what I mean? Sony, they make top grade, a goddamn Angus goddamn steak, you know what I mean? Yours is for friendly, Microsoft ships for friendlies, and there's some goddamn, what you call it, goddamn steak place. Fuck it, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, but you know what I mean? There's levels to it, I mean, but that service state, Sony, I hope it's not the same cocky Sony all over again, you know what I mean? And I'm not gonna get too long when I get to rambling, because just looking at what they have to offer between the two services, it's like, now, competition is key, you know what I mean? And we do, like I said, it's good for the industry, good for us when they're going back and forth and they're lobbying for our dollar, you know what I mean, competing, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna show you this a little bit. Look at this thing here. Look. That's to me, that's when gaming is at its best. Regardless of, you can be a diehard Sony guy, you can be a diehard Xbox guy, but when they both going back and forth lobbying for our dollars, guess what? We stand to win. That's what, you know what I mean? You know, regardless. Now, I'm not really a big Nintendo guy, but even if they were drop out, you know, that's a third of the industry gone. And people are like, well, you know, we want Microsoft to go. Like, you don't want that. You don't want Sony only. They don't have someone that takes Microsoft place that's very, very unhealthy for gaming. But look at them. I'm going to say right here. And this just to me, it just, maybe something's been winning too long. This to me doesn't make any goddamn sense. I'm going to show you something on the screen. Like this, just like, it seems a little out of touch with this shit here. So the report we now require some PlayStation developers to make time-limited game demos for PlayStation Plus Premium. It said, according to game developer on the report, PlayStation has updated its developer guidelines to state that a game demo lasting at least 2 hours will now be required for any title which costs $35 an hour. I mean, like, come on, god damn. And so with the pricing, like, But I don't know here, you know what I mean? Well, basically, I said to say this, right? Not to get too long-winded or unfriended, you know what I mean? Is Xbox Game Pass the driving force right now behind the Xbox Series X? And that's only, you know, as well as they have been. You know what I mean? And, you know, I understand you have a chip shortage, but goddamn, I didn't know they were winning, you know, and not just here in the UK too, quarterly, you know what I mean? Second quarter in a row. You know, it's just crazy. Kudos to Microsoft, though. Shout out to them, you know what I mean? Now, if they can get some quality games, and then they'll be saying something, right? But let me know what you think in the comment section below. I'll be back at you guys later on with, you know, with the show, and we going back on Twitch Wars, man. This is your boy Nixon 720. I'm out of here, man. Some of the price, I'm not gonna lie. I don't have This is your boy Nixon 720. I'm out of here.